Hi friends, my name is Nikhil and today I want to talk about a very special experience that happened with me. Back in 2014, I had started this website tellmenothing.com that focused on light-hearted content, and I also saw it as a great opportunity and a platform to get in touch with budding entrepreneurs, actors, and almost anyone who had an interesting story to tell. I had put up a lot of interesting interviews of many people that you can still read on the website. And after starting it, one fine day, I struck gold. I got to interview billionaire investor Mark Cuban. Yes, that happened. So at that time, he was promoting Cyberdust, which is sort of an application that allowed you to send destructible messages, kind of like WhatsApp meets Snapchat. And it was indeed an amazing experience to get to interview him. I got in touch with him through Cyberdust itself, and it is a well known fact that if you get in touch with Mark, he will revert back to you. He has also kept his email ID public so anyone can reach out to him. And I talked with him for a couple of minutes and he gave me his email ID on Cyberdust itself. The problem was that the Android version of the app did not allow you to screenshot the conversation. So I quickly took a paper with me and wrote down his email address, and this was gold to me. I had just got Mark Cuban's email address, and the billionaire investor who I used to watch on Shark Tank, I had just made my first contact with him. It was such an amazing feeling. I talked to a billionaire, come on, and I was extremely happy by just receiving his email address, and it was really him. After this, I sent a questionnaire regarding some interesting questions that I received from Cyberdust, and you can still find the interview on my website. I'll leave the link in the description. I sent him this questionnaire on 24th of August and got a reply from him at the midnight of 25th August 2014. And here are a few things that I learned from interviewing Mark Cuban. First and foremost, be the consumer of your own product. This is an extremely valuable lesson to learn and implement. If you have created a product, then you must be the person to use it first. Because truly, if you yourself aren't using your product, then why would someone else? Secondly, what I learned from him is no matter how big you grow, always communicate with the customer of your product or clients that you work with so you can understand their requirements and how to improve your product or service. This is perhaps the single most factor that differentiates a successful entrepreneur from the crowd. It is actually the consumers or the clients of your products or your services that are going to be the reason for your company's success or failure. As Mark Cuban puts it, your customers own you. Third lesson I learned from him is that business is the ultimate sport. After interviewing him, I was even more fascinated about Mark Cuban, so I started consuming all the content related to the Dallas Mavericks owner, and I read this book called How to Win at the Sport of Business. It is available on Amazon or Kindle. You can check it out and learned about how he thinks of business. He compares business to sports actually, and according to him, business is a game that you play 24 by 7 by 365 by forever. Fourth lesson is something that keeps me motivated every single day. It is that you only have to be right once. If you know about the story of Mark Cuban, then you know how he made his $1 billion net worth. It was through his venture called broadcast.com, which was bought by Yahoo. He worked very hard for his success and had to face extremely tough times during his time as an entrepreneur. But with that one moment, his life changed, and now he can do whatever the hell he wants to do with his life without having to worry about money at all. Even his future generations can completely rely on the net worth that was created by him. It is extremely true in the business world that nobody will count your failures. In the business world, we only glorify success stories. Failures are simply ignored. So that's a really comforting thing, I guess. Keep trying and don't give up. Fifth lesson is that luck plays a big role in your success, but in order to get lucky, you need to work hard as well. The more you work towards your goals and targets, the more lucky you get. It is all about improving your chances against the odds. Sixth lesson I learned was from reading his book. It is that whining is not bad. Whining leads to a lot of improvements. People only whine about the things that make their life miserable, right? Whining can be looked upon as a way to improve things. You only whine about things that you feel are uncomfortable, right? When was the last time you whined about something that worked exactly as you wanted it to? Almost never, right? So if someone is whining about a particular feature in your product, or your clients are complaining about your service, have a conversation with them and understand what the root problem is, so you can get to improve it rather than being bitter about it, right? So these are some of the things that I learned from interviewing Mark Cuban. Are you a fan of Mark Cuban? Let me know through your comment section what is the best thing you like about him. Also, with this thought, I will end it over here. Hope you liked my 2 cents. If you are a game developer, by the way, so I would like to inform you that I'm working on a book that will help you market your games. So if you are interested in the book, then make sure you sign up on my email subscriber list. I've kept the link in the description. Do check out my other content on my channel and subscribe to my channel on YouTube. Follow me on Snapchat and Instagram and Twitter, and wherever you can find my social media. You can find me everywhere on .com/nikmlnkr. I have started podcasting, so you can find my podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, and a lot of other places. Simply search for Nikhil Malankar Mind Canvas. That is the name of my podcast. So with that, this is Nikhil signing off. Masklada now.